Good evening, viewers, wherever you are. I am Flora Swai, and you're joining Exit Polls 2024 with the Indian Express. After 7 phases, it has been exciting for me to cover them, and I hope it has been enjoyable for you as well. But now we are at the proverbial counting of the chickens before hatched with the egg polls today. With me in the studio, I have Deeptiman Tiwari, Associate Deputy Editor of the Indian Express, and our in-house expert. For starters, most of the exit polls are predicting a third time charm, a hat-trick for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, with the NDA alliance bagging somewhere average of 350 seats. For starters, Deeptiman, what do you have to say about these numbers?
Let's first begin by saying that all exit poll numbers are not in. Only a couple of them are in, which are saying 350 plus.
Definitely.
And some of the key exit poll numbers are still not in.
Right.
Also, let's put a disclaimer that exit polls are exit polls and not vote counting, and exit polls have been wrong in the past.
Definitely. They have to be taken with a pinch of salt. Yeah. They are merely anticipated estimates.
So, but yes, on the ground, this was visible that Narendra Modi is coming back.
Okay.
What is the scale of his victory is something that we will see only on June 4th. But it was visible on the ground that he is coming back. What is striking is the scale that exit polls are predicting, and they appear to be saying that this is another probably a wave election where Narendra Modi is going to get a stupendous majority. However, interestingly, this victory, this stupendous, so to say, victory he's getting is with the help from southern India, and not so much northern India, where BJP had already maxed itself out.
Absolutely.
So, in fact, in northern India, BJP is losing seats. Like projections are saying that they're losing 6 to 7 seats in Bihar, which was something that we also saw on the ground. There are similar projections in Rajasthan. Although Madhya Pradesh, they are again sweeping. Gujarat, they are again sweeping. But in the northern belt, there is some bad news for the BJP. But what is striking is that it is compensating that, or probably overcompensating that, by doing well in the south, which is not expected of the BJP, because BJP has traditionally been known to be a North Indian party.
Right.
But the party has been working hard in the past 1 decade in southern India, and it appears that the results are now coming.
Absolutely. We shall have a region by region and state by state discussion with you regarding that. But before we delve into it, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in the aftermath of the so-called exit poll results trickling in, has said that opposition has been opportunistic and has failed to strike a chord with the people of the nation. Let's have a look.
With the conclusion of 7th and final phase of the Lok Sabha elections 2024, the exit polls numbers have come in. The surveys have predicted a return of the PM Modi-led NDA government, with each of them predicting the alliance to win over 350 seats. Going by the numbers predicted by the Republic PM ARQ survey, the NDA is returning to form the government with 359 seats.
BJP failed to score last time, but this time, if let's say the Access My India figures are to be believed, they predict that in Kerala, the NDA will come back.
With the conclusion of 7th and final phase of the Lok Sabha elections 2024, the exit polls numbers have come in. The surveys have predicted a return of the PM Modi-led NDA government, with each of them predicting the alliance to win over 350 seats. Going by the numbers predicted by the Republic PMARQ survey, the NDA is returning to form the government with 359 seats, while the opposition India bloc will manage only 154. Going by the numbers predicted by the India News survey, the NDA is returning to form the government with 371 seats, while the opposition India bloc will manage only 125. The Matrix survey predicts that Prime Minister Modi will return for a third term again, with anywhere between 353 to 368 seats, while the India bloc lags behind at 118 to 113. India Today Access My India released numbers for Tamil Nadu. According to their prediction of the 39 seats, the India bloc will be winning 33 to 37 seats, while the NDA will be at 2 to 4. Meanwhile, the exit polls from Access My India shows the BJP leading with 48% of the vote share in Karnataka. The Congress follows with 41%, JDS with 7%, and other parties with 3%. Indian Express readers, meanwhile, have predicted India 158, NDA 256 seats, and others 129. Meanwhile, BJP President JP Nadda also came out with his prediction for the results. He believes that the BJP alone will be winning more than 370 seats and the NDA over 400. For our viewers, exit polls are basically surveys of voters conducted by agencies to gauge the result of an election, with the aim of forecasting the winner and understanding voter patterns. While they are not always accurate, they give a reasonable indication about an election. For more updates on exit polls and Lok Sabha elections 2024, keep watching the Indian Express.
So circling back to my question, moving on to the southern part of the state, in Kerala and in Tamil Nadu, the BJP has so far failed to open its account. However, if the Access My India polls are to be believed, then in Kerala, the NDA government is clinching somewhere between 2 to 3 seats, and in Tamil Nadu, between 2 to 4 seats. What do you have to say, sir?
See, that's what I'm saying. This is the most striking development of these elections, because both in Tamil Nadu and because of Dravidian politics and social justice, which has happened very early in those parts of the country, the Hindutva politics will not be able to make inroads. But there, if the BJP is winning 2 to 4 seats, and in Kerala, if the BJP is winning again 2 to 3 seats, then it's a huge development for the BJP and its politics, because this was the last bastion that they were trying to enter.
Correct.
Because they have already entered Telangana, they have done very well in Karnataka. They're trying to make inroads into Andhra. But these two states, let's remember, in Tamil Nadu, the last time when they were contesting on many seats, their vote share was less than Nota.
Oh, yes.
Okay, in RK Nagar by polls, when Sashi Kala's associate was fighting also, they had garnered less than Nota.
Correct.
So, from there to reach a stage where they can win 2 to 4 seats is a huge, push up for the BJP. What the BJP is also being helped, apart from the charisma of Narendra Modi and the hard work that the party has put on the ground, both in terms of the cultural messaging. Narendra Modi keeps talking in Tamil all the time.
Yeah.
And keeps quoting Tamil scholars and all.
And it's a new trend now.
Yeah, it's a new trend. And why it is important is because BJP comes from the RSS fountainhead, which has believed that Hindi should be given supremacy over other languages. So, so the Prime Minister is making an effort to speak in Tamil is very significant.
Yeah.
Then all the Sengol controversy that erupted, then all the Sanatan Dharma controversy that erupted. But apart from that, on the ground, it appears what has helped the BJP the most is collapse of the AIADMK. Past the death of Jayalalitha, the party was on the decline in the last elections also.
Yeah.
And some exit polls have projected the vote share of the party declining significantly this time. Although it will be clear only on June 4 as to a party which is coming up with a new narrative is probably looking attractive to the electorate there.
Yeah.
And they have tried. It always happens that a new challenger is always attractive because you don't know what it can bring to the table, because you've seen both the parties what they've done. So that may be helping the BJP. Kerala, it's great news for the BJP because Kerala, the RSS has been working very, very hard for a long, long time in that state. So it appears that it is showing results. If the exit polls have to complete. Yes.
Right. So from Kerala and Tamil Nadu to a little bit northern, we shall go to Karnataka, where the Access My India poll predicts the NDA bagging 23 to 25 seats and the India Alliance getting 3 to 5. And last time the BJP had 25 seats and the INC, JDS and one independent candidate had 1 each seat. Karnataka is now reeling under the Prajwal Ravana controversy. How do you see this panning out? Because Hassan had voted by the time this happened. But then for the last 1 month or so, the controversy has been reaching new heights. So how do you see what is the overall impact?
Okay, if we are talking about the Prajwal Ravana controversy and how it is impacting elections, let's understand that this Prajwal Ravana controversy may have exploded in the media now, but by many accounts this is very common knowledge in Karnataka. So this is not a new issue for Karnataka to suddenly ignite a rage among the electorate. Also, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but we've seen, historically, these kind of controversies may impact an individual, okay, but have rarely impacted the party as a whole or an alliance as a whole. These kind of controversies do not really. Somehow there are other factors which come together to help the electorate make a decision. So Prajwal Ravana, I don't think had a very huge impact, because if exit poll results are to be believed, then this is the disappointment for Congress, because
I also want to speak to you about the other states, especially Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Now, Andhra Pradesh has simultaneous polls going on, and then we had in the YSRCP we had the emergence of Sharmila. How do you see this impacting the politics there?
It remains to be seen because there are simultaneous elections, so one doesn't know how this will pan out.
Yeah.
Also, we very well know that the Indian electorate votes differently for Assembly and Lok Sabha elections, and they do it consistently. For example, last time they defeated the BJP in Rajasthan,
Yeah.
and then gave it 25 seats in Lok Sabha.
Yeah.
Few months later.
Yeah.
So people see, like in Arvind Kejriwal can win more than 60 seats and lose all 7 seats in Delhi. So electorate decides who is going to be their leader in which government.
Correct.
State government, this is my leader. Central government, this is my leader. So people vote differently.
Correct.
So I wouldn't say that this is YSRCP probably winning just 4 to 5 seats or 7 seats in Lok Sabha elections means that YSRCP is gone as a state party.
Yeah.
Maybe it will lose elections, maybe it will give a tough fight, maybe it will just pip TDP to the post, or maybe it will lose and TDP will win. Nationally speaking, BJP and TDP have come together, and this was a good decision by the BJP, because BJP still does not have very strong organization on the ground in Andhra Pradesh, and so it has to piggyback on a regional party. And because of some anti-incumbency that YSRCP has been facing in the state, TDP has been gaining ground, and TDP, Janasena, and BJP staged an alliance just before the elections, and that appears to be doing very well if exit poll results are to be believed, almost sweeping Andhra Pradesh. However, the BJP has a very small share of it.
Correct.
And most seats will be with the TDP.
Correct.
So I would still not say that
43 to 48 seats. Similarly, PMark predicts the NDA alliance to clinch 359 seats as compared to the India alliance with 154 seats. Is it, Deeptiman, a thing like the North versus the South? Because the BJP has a strong hold when it comes to the Hindi heartland, the Congress, and especially the regional parties. Do you see at this point, after elections in various assemblies, and now the so-called exit polls, is there a clear North-South choice divide, or it's up for debate?
In fact, if exit poll results are to be believed, then that North-South divide is being bridged by the BJP. Because the BJP is spreading itself in southern states. It is almost either retaining or increasing its tally in Telangana also. It is almost, warded off a debacle in Karnataka. Okay, and it is opening its account in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So the BJP, which in fact we see the North and South divide through the prism of the BJP. That the BJP is a Hindutva party and is a Hindi party and it is doing well in the North, and electorate which is not attracted towards Hindutva and Hindi is voting for the opposition. So that is the divide we consistently talk about.
Right.
Now, if BJP starts doing well in the South, then one would have to say that BJP is in some way being able to slowly and steadily. It's not a huge. It's not that they are sweeping Tamil Nadu and Kerala, but slowly and steadily trying to bridge that gap. And it is for the Congress to think that if it is losing the South, where is it gaining?
The balance.
Yes.
The balance.
So, if Congress starts to gain in the North, then again it's a good news for the entire democratic setup, that this North and South divide is being bridged. That some North Indians are not seeing Congress as a South party anymore.
Right.
But there is some bad news, it appears, for the BJP, which appears to be facing some anti-incumbency in North India, where it is, along with its allies, it is losing seats in its core Hindi heartland bastions such as Bihar, Rajasthan, where it consistently, for two past elections, it has swept all seats, 25 out of 25, 100%. And there it is losing seats, which means that some sort of electoral fatigue is setting.
The India News D-Dynamics exit polls predict that the NDA alliance will be adding 71 seats, with the India alliance second for 125 and others get 47 seats. Even last time, the BJP sector. But this time, the Access My India polls predict that for Gujarat, there is a possibility that India alliance might get which do you think could be?
As long as Narendra Modi is there, he is so hugely popular in that state, in Gujarat. And he has been the chief minister of the state for 15 years, and all those 15 years we've seen how popular he has been in his state. So as long as he is there, Gujarat is going to completely vote for the BJP. He is somebody who is so popular in other states, so why will he not be as popular in his own state? One seat here and there happens because there may be a very bad candidate, or some calculations may have gone wrong, at the party level, or there may be some local factors because of which one seat, two seats here and there happens in all elections. That is not a referendum on the leader, because you win 29 seats or 30 seats, 25 seats or 26 seats, you're still sweeping the state.
Yeah. I just have one question when it comes to exit polls. You mentioned before in our conversation that, there are agencies which go to every constituency to, take the voters' feedback. But for constituencies, it might sound silly, but I'm just curious. But for, let's say, a constituency like Varanasi or a constituency like Gandhinagar, are exit polls still conducted there, or is it very evident so they are not? Like, how does it happen?
No, any agency which goes to every constituency will not leave Varanasi because it's a foregone conclusion. Let's remember, Amethi was once upon a time a foregone conclusion. Okay.
I thought you would bring up Amethi.
Okay,
yeah.
but you know,
the table turned.
Yeah, tables turned. I mean, Indira Gandhi has lost in rivalry. So, I mean, you can, any pollster who takes anything for granted is not a pollster.
You're in for a shock.
Yeah, so no pollster will ever take things for granted.
Absolutely. I would like to tell our viewers that for all the live updates and breaking news updates, please visit our website indianexpress.com, which has now announced that Jan Ki Baat exit polls are out, with the NDA alliance getting somewhere between 362 to 392 and India alliance getting 141 to 161 seats and others clinching between 10 to 20 seats. From Gujarat to Maharashtra, I know the exit poll data is not out, but a lot has changed in Maharashtra in 2019 and now in 2024. There are two major factions of two major parties, NCP, SP, Eknath Shinde Sena and UBT Sena. So how do you see the dynamics have changed? You have MBA, you have Mahayuti Alliance. How do you see that has changed? And I also want to know this major factions in these two major political parties, don't they confuse the voters sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. They confuse the voters. Not only that, you have to understand that voters traditionally, and when you go to rural swathes of India, you will realize that voters do not know the party, they know the symbol.
They identify.
So when you go to UP and you ask a voter in a village, where are you voting? So he will say, cycle, pool, hathi. So these are symbols of SP, BJP and BSP respectively. Okay, Panja is Congress. So when these kind of splits happen, and with not too much time to go for elections, or these splits happen too many times, or people switch sides too many times, it completely confuses voters, and then it becomes incumbent on the party to go to the electorate much before elections and convince them and make them aware that, look, this is our party, this is our symbol, we are with this party now.
So it becomes a brand recall exercise.
So you have to, now suddenly if, Parle Ji starts calling itself Parle F, okay, so Parle Ji will have to advertise massively that we are now Parle F, because, so it's all about branding. So if NCP has its symbol, the clock, so the voter until now has understood Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar to be together.
Correct.
Now Ajit Pawar is with the BJP, Sharad Pawar is with the Congress. Okay, the clock symbol is with Ajit Pawar. Now, traditionally the voter has associated Sharad Pawar and clock.
Yeah.
Okay, now if there is a clock and the voter is wanting to vote for NDA alliance, but he sees, okay, clock is Sharad Pawar, and he votes for somebody else. So these kind of confusions happen. So how well the parties manage before the elections, and it becomes very difficult when, as it has happened in Maharashtra, there have been too many flip-flops here, there. So how much the party has been able to go to the electorate and make them understand as to where they stand and what their party symbol is, who is where, is what will decide as to how what kind of results they get on June 4th.
So the last time BJP clinched 23 seats in Maharashtra, with the Shiv Sena getting 18 and the NCP clinching 4.
They virtually swept, the alliance virtually swept the polls in Maharashtra.
Yeah.
So this time there is such a khichdi there that probably the voter is confused. Probably some of the leaders have also lost their credibility.
Yeah.
Also, there is a fight for legacy. So who will have the legacy of, both Shiv Sena and NCP are very old parties. Okay, so who will claim the legacy of Sharad Pawar?
Yeah.
Okay, who will claim the legacy of Bala Sahib Thackeray? Okay, will the people who are sentimental about Bala Sahib Thackeray and Shiv Sena, will they associate Eknath Shinde with his image, or will they associate Uddhav Thackeray, his son? Okay, so the advantage for Eknath Shinde is that he has got the Shiv Sena symbol.
Yeah.
Okay, so it makes a huge difference. So for a lot of people who will think that we have to vote for Bala Sahib Thackeray and they see the Tir Dhanush, bow and arrow, and they go and press that button. Okay, and Uddhav has this torch. How much Uddhav has been able to? Probably they feel that he is the real claimant of Bala Sahib's legacy.
Yeah.
But at the hustings,
Yeah.
they have to know that torch is his.
Right.
So how much that has happened, we will know only on the 4th of June. But it appears, from what we have heard from the ground, and some of the results which have come out in the exit polls is that the allies of the BJP there may be losing some seats, which will be a gain for the India alliance in Maharashtra.
Right. Moving on to Madhya Pradesh, the Axis 9 India numbers peg.
With the conclusion of 7th and final phase of the Lok Sabha elections 2024, the exit polls numbers have come in. The surveys have predicted a return of the PM Modi-led NDA government, with each of them predicting the alliance to win over 350 seats. Going by the numbers predicted,
BJP. What do you think has worked for them? Be it the assembly or be it now?
See, Madhya Pradesh, let's first understand, is although RSS started in Maharashtra, it was in Madhya Pradesh that they...
With the conclusion of 7th and final phase of the Lok Sabha elections 2024, the exit polls numbers have come in. The surveys have predicted a return of the PM Modi-led NDA government, with each of them predicting the alliance to win over 350 seats. Going by the numbers predicted by the Republic PMARQ survey, the NDA is returning to form the government.
And that is why it has always been, even when BJP was not doing very great nationally, okay, it has done well in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so this is the real BJP bastion.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is beyond Narendra Modi. Okay, it is a party bastion. There are states which are Modi bastions. They are voting for Modi.
Like Gujarat.
Yeah, like Gujarat probably. If Modi is not there, we don't know how well BJP will do there, or whether other forces will come and begin to claim space.
Correct.
In UP similarly, if Narendra Modi is not there, in Bihar, if Narendra Modi is not there, so there are a lot of Modi voters, and not necessarily BJP voters.
Correct.
So in this state, BJP has traditionally been very strong. Also, for 15 years, Shivraj Singh Chauhan has given significantly good administration in that state, which has earned brownie points for the BJP, and so what you call as a real double engine sarkar. So you have a popular national leader and you have a popular state leader coming together, so obviously voters gravitate towards.
Right. From Madhya Pradesh, let's go to Chhattisgarh. The Axis 5 India polls say that Chhattisgarh the NDA will be...
With the conclusion of 7th and final phase of the Lok Sabha elections 2024, the exit polls numbers have come in. The surveys have predicted a return of the PM Modi-led NDA government, with each of them predicting the alliance to win over 350 seats. Going by the numbers predicted by the Republic PMARQ survey, the NDA is returning to form the government with 359 seats, while the opposition India bloc will manage only 154. Going by the numbers predicted by the India News survey, the NDA is returning to form the government with 371 seats, while the opposition India bloc will manage only 125. The Matrix survey predicts that Prime Minister Modi will return for a third term again, with anywhere between 353 to 368
now
seats,
moving on
while
to
the
Bihar with 40 seats. I know you have extensively traveled in Bihar. The polls, the exit polls currently say NDA will be around 29 to 33, with the India alliance getting somewhere between 7 to 10.
Yeah. So this is again on from what we saw on the ground. There is significant anti-incumbency against the NDA, particularly in Bihar.
Correct.
Two very important issues. One is inflation and the other is unemployment. Let's remember, it is Bihar which contributes the highest to migrant labor. You will find a Bihari laborer from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. In every state, you will find a migrant labor, which is a pet peeve among the poor in Bihar, that we do not have employment opportunities in our own state, because of which we have to go to other states and live miserably. So, second thing, and inflation, of course. If you're poor, then inflation hurts you the most. But what is also hurting the BJP there is the dwindling popularity of Nitish Kumar, with whom it has entered into an alliance. And as we see that it is Nitish Kumar's JDU which will be losing more seats than the BJP. That is what is being projected in the exit polls as well. So this is sort of a verdict on the JDU and Nitish Kumar. Probably the electorate is saying that despite the popularity of Narendra Modi, your candidates are losing because we don't want you. So probably in 2025, when the state goes to elections, JDU will have a very, very tough contest on its hands.
I cannot let you go without asking about the second generation politicians in Bihar, Tejashwi and Chirag. How do you see both of them weighing in or having an impact?
Tejashwi, definitely. He has contested with a lot of energy. Just the sheer number of rallies that he has conducted in the state, and despite being unfit and despite being unwell, he has this waist band which is tied around, and he has an injured leg, and despite that, he has made it a point that he attends each and every rally and addresses
in this heat wave.
And he is speaking the language of the people. He is communicating with them very well. He is only stymied by the baggage of his father, which was associated with Jungle Raj, when Bihar saw unprecedented levels of crime and absolutely no development. Zero development. In fact, Bihar started going throughout his tenure, Bihar went down. So that is the only scare that people have around him, which he is trying to offset by talking about jobs and talking about 10 lakh jobs, and that 4 lakh is provided when he was in the government, and talking about issues that concern the youth. So he's a rising star in Bihar. There is no doubt about it. Probably, in fact, across caste lines, when we were traveling in Bihar, barring the upper caste who are still extremely scared.
Want to get into software development, data analytics,
crime,
or IT?
That happened during its tenure. In many OBC castes, and these are non-Yadav OBC castes, which are not, for the longest time, have not been core voters of the RJD. They are beginning to think about him as the next leader in Bihar. LJP leader Chirag Paswan is articulate, is young, but until now I am yet to see him making a mark on his own. LJP continues to have just its caste votes, that is 5% of passports. And like his father, Chirag has learned from his father. He has made the right alliances at the right time, and he's reaping its benefits. Whether he will make a mark on his own as a Dalit leader, which we are yet to see in Bihar, whether he will become as tall a leader as his father was, but of course, he's young and he has a lot of time on his hands. If he charts out his course intelligently and carefully, probably he'll make it.
So this was about the sons, and there are then the daughters of Lalu Prasad Yadav. How do you see that panning out? Because Lalu has made it a prestige party. He goes and he campaigns. He went and campaigned for his daughters. How do you see that panning?
Again, see, it's not exactly a great advantage to have 5 members of your family contesting, because it sends the message to the electorate that you are a family party or a dynasty party, and it becomes difficult for you to ward off the charge from the BJP that they are fighting against dynasty politics.
Okay.
Because so many members of your family, I can understand Tejasvi taking on the mantle of his father, but then Tej Pratap Yadav is also there, then you have 2-3 of your sisters fighting. Same thing happens in UP where Akhilesh, where the only Yadavs in contest are his own family members.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not a great spectacle to put in front of the people, but then it has been the tradition. I mean, Lalu Yadav went to jail. He put his wife, who was a complete political greenhorn, and made her the chief minister of the state.
Right.
So there are insecurities in parties. Regional parties, as we all see, are centered around one leader. It's a problem every day. You see BJD, you don't know who the successor will be. You see BSP, you don't know who the successor will be.
Absolutely. We have been talking about how all this discussion is just on the basis of the anticipated estimates of the exit polls. We also have the News Nation numbers pegging NDA at 342 to 378 seats, with the India Alliance at 153 to 169 seats. News Nation, along with Polstrat, had predicted the NDA numbers at 287 last time, and India Alliance at 128. And like we spoke about the fact that exit poll numbers are supposed to be taken with a pinch of salt, let's take a look at the accuracy of the so-called exit poll numbers.
As the Lok Sabha elections draws to a close on Saturday, 43 days after starting on April 19th, all eyes will shift to the exit polls. These polls will start emerging soon after the voting period officially ends. Between June 1st and June 4th, when the results are declared, these exit polls will keep parties either hoping or despairing. Let's have a look at how accurate were the exit polls. How accurate were exit polls in the past? In the 2014 and 2019 general elections, both won by the Narendra Modi-led BJP by huge margins, exit polls underestimated the winning party's performance. In 2014, 8 exit polls estimated the BJP-led NDA winning 283 seats and the Congress-led UPA 105 seats. The actual results were 336 seats for the NDA and 60 for the UPA. Of these, the BJP won 282 and the Congress 44. In 2019, 13 exit polls put the NDA at 306 and the UPA at 120. The NDA won 353 seats and the UPA got 93. The BJP won 303 and the Congress 52. In 2009, when the UPA came back to power, 4 exit polls underestimated the winner's tally, predicting 195 seats for the UPA and 185 for the NDA. The UPA won 262 seats compared to the NDA's 158. The Congress won 206 seats and the BJP 116.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Welcome back, viewers. In the studio, we are joined by our in-house expert, Lalmani ji. And we are going to talk about, like I mentioned, the accuracy of the exit polls. We have given a disclaimer all over, again, both Deeptiman and I, that they have to be taken with a pinch of salt. These are just estimates.
Yeah.
So, but then there have been exit polls which have been bang on. There have been some which have been way off the mark. So what is the accuracy? What is the credibility? How is it all done? Please tell us.
अब इनका जो अपना सैंपल सर्वे होता है, बट जो पास अगर हम स्टेट इलेक्शन का जो पोल था उसका जो आउटकम देखते हैं, तो एक्चुअल रिजल्ट जो आता था वो इससे बहुत ज़्यादा डिफर करता है। इनफैक्ट जिसको ये विनर दिखाते थे, उसको जो फिगर देते थे, विनर उससे कहीं और ज़्यादा आगे होता था। चाहे वो 2019 की बात हो, अगर मैं फिगर की बात करूँ तो 2019 में इन्होंने एग्जिट पोल को दिया था 306, बट एक्चुअली उसको मिला था जाके बियॉन्ड है, उन्होंने दिया था 120
and they got only 93.
जी जी। तो बीजेपी
उन्होंने 306 दिया था, 353 आया।
तो एनडीए को 329 दिया था, उन्होंने दिया 303। उससे पहले भी 2014 में भी ऐसा ही हुआ था। और इनफैक्ट 2009 में जब इन्होंने एनडीए को, जब 2004 में जब एनडीए को इन्होंने काफी अच्छे फिगर दिए थे, बट उल्टा यूपीए को ज्यादा सीटें मिली थी। तो इस पे बहुत ज्यादा अभी आप गैस करना मुझे नहीं लगता कि कर सकते हैं, बट एक गैस तो हमें मिल ही जाता है कि पब्लिक का वोट कैसा है। हाँ, तो ऑलमोस्ट सेम आ रहा है, अक्रॉस द स्टेट सेम आ रहा है
जी। बिल्कुल। हमें प्रोसेस के बारे में थोड़ा कुछ बताइए, बिकॉज दीप्तिमान और मैं बात कर रहे थे कि कभी कभी एग्जिट पोल जो है वो नंबर्स नहीं देते हैं, तो फिर क्रेडिबिलिटी कैसे रहेगी?
कैपेबिलिटी के बारे में तो बेटर वही जो बता सकते हैं जैसे वो लोग करते हैं, क्योंकि हम तो जब फील्ड में जाते हैं तो हम लोग 1 to 1 कुछ सैंपल ऐसे कुछ वोटर से ही बात करते हैं। आई बिलीव सेम उनका ही प्रोसेस होता होगा, वोटर से ही बात करना उनका वो होता है। मे बी उनका सैंपल का जो एक एरिया होता है वो ज्यादा होता होगा। हम लोग 10 से 12 लोगों से बात करते हैं, वो 100 से 150 लोगों से बात करते होंगे, तो एक्यूरेसी उनका भी अच्छा होगा। जब हमारा ठीक हम अपने आप को ट्रस्ट करते हैं तो हमें उनको भी ट्रस्ट करना चाहिए।
ये एग्जिट पोल का क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है स्पेशली बीजेपी के लिए?
ये है कि बीजेपी को इसमें दिखाया गया है काफी अच्छा है कि साउथ में अच्छा आ रहा है उनका। और जैसे अगर हमने जैसे